Foundation.
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 Foundation, and your image.
It's all about building what I like to call the four pillars of a solid human foundation. Foundation. Understand?
And then we'll live in Europe. You'll run your foundation. You'll be world famous. I'll be so proud of you.
But using romance to shore up self-image is an unstable foundation.
Our enemy is an insidious one, seeking to divide us and destroy the very foundation of our great nation.
Honey, we'll just put a little foundation on it.
Mom, it's just a sunburn. It's not that big of a deal.
That's right.
I love galleries. My father and I had an art foundation. We taught blind kids how to do ceramics.
About 20 years ago, I started a foundation to protect wild horses. I probably saved hundreds of them.
And we are broke.
You know what? The hospital has a foundation to help people in this exact situation.
Penny, I know you think you're being generous, but the foundation of gift giving is reciprocity. You haven't given me a gift. What sort of foundation do you have? Did you take any science classes in school?
Sure, I did the one with the frogs.
The National Science Foundation wants to give me a substantial grant.
Oh, that's a big deal.
I know.
It's ridiculous. Tomorrow, I'm doing a series of cleft palate surgeries for the Nightingales Foundation, pro bono.
It all comes down to a matter of trust. The foundation of any healthy relationship.
Halt.
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 Halt. Halt.
Anna ist aufgeflogen! Halt! Halt!
Hey, halt! Or shoot me. I'm so goddamn idiot.
I'm Lieutenant Duncan. Welcome to the outpost.
Thank you, Lieutenant. We owe you our lives.
1-5 copies, will go. Copy.
Love 1-3 copies.
Quarter halt.
The state's attorney. Now I must call it to a halt.
Your Honor.
No, sir.
I did not understand a word they said except for halt. Halt.
New construction. We have to insist that you halt all work until we further investigated the matter. Let me guess.
Prisoners.
Stop the prisoners! Halt!
What the hell is Berenson doing?
Gap.
Gap.
Gap. Gap.
Gap.
But it would explain the time gap. And it would be easy.
Maybe she can fill in some gaps.
Okay, let's bring her in. Brax, you guys?
I did find a gap in our timeline before the murder.
What do you mean?
Well, according to the parts, right? Simple as I having one. So if we can fill in the gaps, the evolutionary gaps.
Excuse me?
It's a slight gap between your 8 and 9.
If we bridge this gap, I can see you.
That's packing paper. It's used to fill the gap between the fuel and the blast cap on a pipe bomb when the bomb detonates.
Field to block our signals. It's more like a pulse. It's not a brick wall. There's gaps, okay?
I'm afraid not, but there is a 5-minute gap when Chambers is unaccounted for.
And we were just discussing how to combat the rising wage gap.
But I've got a computer back at the lab that I think will help fill in the gaps.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I've had to learn Cantonese to bridge the gap.
Cantonese?
Criteria.
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 Or loans.
The lenders are already giving loans to borrowers with good credit, so they go bottom feeding. They lower their criteria.
Now, it would be rare for someone as young as yourself, but you do fit the criteria.
have happened. I don't base my decisions on gender. I hire people based on three criteria, that they be smart, driven, and have balls. And yes, I heard myself.
Investigating Emily's abduction, only one person meets those particular criteria.
The agent from the DEA.
Debbie, you can't tell me he doesn't meet the criteria for posing a threat to passengers and crew.
But doesn't meet my criteria.
He's a decent guy, and you know it. Recent and reliable information, that's the criteria.
Can't use the same standards to compare.
What, you're advocating a more demanding criteria for charter schools and others?
Our point is simple, friend.
The criteria is a starting point. They're suggested, not mandated.
But it's possible. Assuming you and your husband fit all the criteria, yes, it's possible.
Observation.
Observation.
Observation. Observation.
Observation.
Interesting observation. Observation. Observation.
If you'll permit a professional observation. Professional observation. Professional observation.
No observation, no observation, no observation, no monitoring other than what's deemed medically necessary.
Right. Regan wants you to go down there and put the place under observation.
Why me?
Why not you?
Not for a while. You'll be under observation.
She's going to hospital for observation. It's behind us. It's all gonna go away. Bullshit!
I'm not questioning your powers of observation.
Nothing escapes your penetrating observation.
Mr. Count Riario.
What did you do?
Your observations about the shooter were spot on, Miss Westy.
My orders were clear. Man an observation post. Not...
Just making an observation.
No TV for a month.
What?
You heard me. No.
Await.
Await. Await.
Await. Await.
The girl who is bespectacled, she may not get her neck tickled, but safety pins and bassinets.
Await the girl who fascinets.
Where they'll go, what they'll see, what new worlds await them.
Remainder of my crew, some 200-odd U.S. Navy sailors, await our return aboard our destroyer USS Nathan James, currently in the bay at the mouth of the river.
Guess what? You like boats? But half a mile down that way, there's a boat waiting for you. White sandy beaches and turquoise water await.
It's good then. We shall await your return.
My vote would be, we quietly sightsee, like he says, and await his call to see what we do next.
Save a man's life once, get a silver star. Save it twice, we're in the tux. I'll await further instructions, sir.
The war before I understand the situation. Agent Weaver, you're now the highest ranking officer on the carrier. I want you to head back there and await further instructions.
Yes, sir.
I don't believe that Sky would turn against it.
In the ground sleeping, but yeah, it sounds great. Well, caffeine addicts await.
Bye-bye, Dr. June.
I'm sorry for going at you like this, son. But I'm the last stop between you and the darkness that awaits you.
Gratitude.
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 Actually, I came here to express our gratitude for all that you've done for us over the years.
He's terrible.
Goddamn Tim!
All right, well, what do I get if I stay?
My undying gratitude, the respect and admiration of your peers.
Your debt.
Yes, deeply. But if you'd like to start paying rent...
No. I mean, I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Oh.
Have a little gratitude for your cousin Vladdy. I mean, this thing was a cakewalk, right?
Break.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the assignment.
Don't take gratitude. But as you can see, the correctional system doesn't share your gratitude.
We'd like to express our profound gratitude for your help in saving Xandar.
He asked that I pass on his gratitude for your being here and your friendship always.
In fact, I have the deepest gratitude for everything that you've done.
Thank you.
I don't want your gratitude. There's only one thing I want from you.
Thank you.
No parent needs gratitude for saving their child.
It's a small token of my gratitude for everything you guys have done for me this year.
Fast she's typing.
I know.
If I could show my gratitude by taking out the dinner sometime.
Historic moment. For that, I offer my gratitude.
Border.
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 I had a border in front of me. I didn't want to screw up.
All I need is for a car to disappear in the way only a customs agent knows how. Cross the border, cross the border, cross the border. That's it? Mm-hmm, that's it.
I can't cross the border with the last name Solano.
I can get us across.
How?
To Mexico.
Head to El Paso, to the main border crossing.
I mean, Border Patrol. They miss a lot, but they're not idiots. Way to get everything across the border. The drugs and the guns and girls.
Lost them?
Yeah.
Last thing notice for Border Patrol, airports, trains, all of that. So
Haul tobacco and firearms, NATO, border control.
There was this guy I met overseas, Doctors Without Borders. We had this thing. Then I left.
Deployment of U.S. troops less than 1,000 miles from this southern border.
So you're saying...
The situation in Jordan Valley threatens to bleed across the border.
Dedicate.
Dedicate. Dedicate.
Dedicate.
Dedicate.
Dedicated to a very special lady who's here tonight.
And so tonight, I'd like to dedicate this award to my daughters, who make me very proud.
And I'd like to dedicate this to love and to lovers.
That he would dedicate his life to eradicating it. You?
We dedicate our lives to picking up as many hot women as possible.
At the precinct, they dedicate their entire lives. We are a close-knit family.
Box it up, lock it up, and dedicate ourselves to making sure it never sees the light of day.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my family.
And who now wants to dedicate herself to enforcing it.
I want to dedicate this performance to Nelson. Happy birthday, pal.
And I would like to dedicate this to a very, very special girl.
Loan.
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 Who's been knocking on every door in the city, trying to get a loan.
If we don't raise the money we need to raise, can I count on you for a loan?
I don't have 40 grand.
We can help with a payment plan or a medical loan. I'm really sorry.
He's saying to himself, if the bank's willing to loan me money, I must be able to afford it.
Is that a loan shark? Because you can use me as a human shield, but I'm not sure I could take him.
No.
You took care of me, Sal. You offered me a loan, gave me a restaurant.
Look, you're gonna have to renegotiate the loan.
But
Where did you get the $3K from?
It's a loan. Till we come back with 5 times that much.
A floor salary, babe, there's no way I could pay off that loan.
Yeah, not to mention the interest.
Oh, and I'm working on your loan.
I cannot approve another loan to a government which already holds significant debts.
This is not a loan.
Besides, you ever known a woman who'd loan out her diary?
Mike, what are you doing?
Weaken.
Weaken. Weaken.
Weaken. Weaken.
At our attempts to weaken his rule. Lorenzo courts the most accomplished mercenaries on the peninsula.
Megas' ship was starting to weaken. But Megasis had a plan.
Why? Just to weaken me. Make me prove my character. So no.
just before the Bank of Japan flooded the market with yen to weaken their currency.
A drink to weaken the machine they made.
Would Niles being gay weaken the claims of an illegitimate son?
Poison you. I poison your cupcakes that you pretend not to eat every day and just put like enough in to just slowly weaken you.
I love it.
Utter formality. If I raise an objection now, it'll only further weaken my position, given that I nominated Carlo myself.
For diabetes, could weaken conjunctival vessels and shut up.
And blood.
There will always be those who seek to harm us, but it will not weaken us. It will only make us stronger.
It hasn't weakened my belief as to why I'm here, or my commitment to my mission.
Tarnish our democracy and weaken the bonds of our great nation.
Hesitate.
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 If you get her in your sights, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Do you understand?
All right, Claire, I'll go. But don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate to call if you need anything at all.
If you ever meet them, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
This here's Stevesy. Anything you need, you tell me, he'll do it.
Don't hesitate. Good to meet you.
But that don't mean for a goddamn second that I won't hesitate to drag your ass in.
Pull your file right now. I'm Detective Hood. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call.
When have I ever known you to hesitate about a drink, my friend?
Hands of Cain, Chancellor Cain?
Yes. He won't hesitate to do what needs to be done.
Immediately, you don't hesitate. Me, the baby.
Any heat. If you have any problems, don't hesitate to call.
Thank you, Dr. House.
Please, just do not hesitate to ask.
Catch him. Layla's in the hands of men who won't hesitate to kill her if things go bad.
Accomplishment.
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 That's not true. I'll feel a sense of accomplishment. Of accomplishment. Of accomplishment.
This nightclub is quite an accomplishment. An accomplishment. An accomplishment.
A man of no accomplishment, has become the biggest celebrity in the world, and we keep trying to reach up and pull him down.
Unnerved the Ishveni, sir. A worthy and unique accomplishment, I assure you.
But there's been no decisive battle.
Politician, a name, few accomplishments, but I don't blame you.
Dedication, discipline, and focus. And we are measuring our accomplishments in waves.
News cycle. How else do you think a man who has absolutely no major life accomplishments is beating an American hero by double digits?
I mean, who would have thought that one of my biggest accomplishments would be criminal? Which is actually quite an accomplishment.
That is quite an accomplishment, young lady. Nobody beats him, ever.
Exceptional.
Exceptional. Exceptional.
Exceptional.
Exceptional.
Pretty exceptional. She's pretty exceptional. She's pretty exceptional. I mean, we've only been together, what, 6 months?
I consider you to be exceptional. 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 So I make an exceptional effort to accommodate you.
Well, on occasion, an exceptional attention to detail. An exceptional attention to detail. An exceptional attention to detail.
What I'm saying is this. I think you're exceptional. You're smart. You're strong. You're an asymmetrical thinker.
But then again, we have to make room for the exceptional, right?
Let's vote.
Yes, be an exceptional hero.
Give me a reason to trust you.
I'm an exceptional agent. And whether they're suffering or not, it doesn't really affect me, and that's what makes me exceptional at what I do.
We want S.H.I.E.L.D. exposed for its barbaric crimes against exceptional humanity.
Officer. She demonstrated superb leadership, initiative, and exceptional resourcefulness.
What makes them exceptional? No matter how hard they fall.
Get it all. So, what do you think makes you so exceptional?
Well, I'm good looking.
Dash.
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 Chef who took 19 hours to make one loaf of bread. Stephen Hawking was more successful at the 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. You're right, don't run. It's Han. For him, every step we take is like a 100-meter dash. 100-meter dash. 100-meter dash.
But what if it has no legal status? I don't want to build her hopes up, only to have them dashed. Dashed. Dashed.
All these applesauce on the rear dash out in the hot sun.
As the striking young woman and her Uzi-waving partner, Queen's own Bonnie and Clyde, they make a dashing pair.
Damn it! What was that? Giant pothole. The dash is lighting up like a Christmas tree. Tires blown.
I should just point out, though, that our Pharaoh's fantasy does take a dash longer normally because our Nubian lives off-site.
There I am. Rather dashing, don't you think?
Is this even a good idea?
I'll get this one to Miss Shaw. I'll just make a dash for it. Finch, take this down. Echo 5-9, Mike, India 6.
What's next, the 100-yard dash? You know you're not supposed to be doing any of that, right?
Dan, let's go. Cap, be ready with the spreaders. Hadley, we need the ram for a dash roll. Got it. Hands on the dash! Chicago PD! Get him out! On the dash! I see your hand!
Argument.
Argument.
Argument. Argument.
Argument.
What is magic? Our argument, nothing but targeted deception.
Your argument is lacking in all scientific merit.
Weird. Oh, good. That was an unusual interaction. I wasn't sure.
You guys have an argument? Argument?
No.
But I'm the astrophysicist. Astro means space.
Astro means star.
Okay, well, let me just tell you, if we were having this argument in my native language, I'd be kicking your butt.
I tried, but... You made a fairly well-reasoned argument.
Stuart, settle an argument for us. Who would win? Billy the Kid or the White Wizard?
Hold on, Will and Amy had an argument?
Yes, quite the kerfuffle.
Oh my god, I acted like a dumb diva. Hope you're not looking for an argument.
The other gentleman is using his elbow, and it seems to be working. We have this argument. I'm car ride home.
Let's say it's black chicks. Okay, that's your thing. For the sake of argument, that's your thing, okay?
Jaden, she came over and we got in an argument and then it had happened so fast.
No, but this... Oh, boy, I sure hope this argument goes on for another 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Virus.
Virus. Virus.
Virus.
Virus.
Some kind of a virus. There's no visitation for at least 2 months.
I sound like a computer virus. Computer virus. Computer virus. Some.
They're running on software I helped write. Software I can hack. To build a virus. Virus.
Aren't affected. It is viral. It has to be viral. There is no plausible alternative. And like any virus, once we find its origin, we can develop a vaccine.
And I have to ask, what if that isn't what happened? What if someone else unleashed that virus?
The source of the virus was traced back to drug testing done at Genesis Laboratories in San Francisco.
Sickness is surrender. Did my body betray me and allow a virus in? Perhaps, but that's not my problem.
birds a year.
Yeah, you also gotta watch out for the bird flu, right, James?
Yeah, virus could take down the whole city. That's my juice, man.
I uploaded the same virus used in my year in the Foundry.
I've deleted everything the CCPD, Argus, and the FBI had on you and sent a virus to erase every digital record of you online.
Disease.
Virus,
yes. And it's going through the plane's electrical system. Yeah, blowing things up.
Let me tell you, he will spread like a virus. Okay, and since the New Jersey mob doesn't like partners, it's only a matter of time before they cut out the Samoans.
A month ago, a millionaire died of a mysterious virus in Dusseldorf. Poison was suspected, but the post-mortem was inconclusive.
Reward.
Reward. Reward.
Reward. Reward.
In the Medici court, we punish treason. And we reward service. We reward service. We reward service.
I can't reward that. Reward that. Reward that.
Where am I gonna get
500 yuan? 500 yuan reward for the capture of this escaped convict.
Thanks for saving me from those bandits. Here's your reward.
2 scars across my back as a reward.
You're gonna laugh.
I love to laugh,
So to reward us for our hard work, Mansfield bought the luxury suite for Monday's game.
How can the Duke even offer a reward? He holds no authority in Pisa.
Understanding.
Oh, go to hell.
So this is my reward for saving you from drowning in that freighter off the coast of Lianyu.
Yeah. And yet I made the decision that the reward that
You freed me from the Wicked Witch's magic. Sending you home is the least I can do to reward you.
How do I get back?
unprecedented?
Unprecedented. Unprecedented. Unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
It is impressive.
Yes.
You started working for me before you started working for me. That is unprecedented. That is unprecedented. That is unprecedented.
What is it?
Sir, it's happening. I just got 2 signatures, but unprecedented dilation. But unprecedented dilation. But unprecedented dilation. 40-meter spikes.
What category?
General Monroe, welcome back.
Good to see you, Pat.
Thank you for this unprecedented access. Unprecedented access. Unprecedented access to your operation.
That I don't bring new information and reports to the president. The progress that's been made on this disease is unprecedented.
But it's...
Your investigations have manifested an almost entirely unprecedented fatality rate.
Now, I think what we need persistence. It's unprecedented.
She and this man leave the island on the eve of securing an unprecedented prize with no warning, no witnesses.
Asking me to spy on my family?
You have unprecedented access to Anton Renkov and his organization. That is extremely valuable to us.
I don't want to talk. Which for me, I know is a little unprecedented. But...
Recovery. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this unprecedented medical development, would you?
A hell of a lot these past 2 weeks. Lived through this unprecedented event.
Abuse of power by a sworn officer of the law, and my misuse of HPD resources was unprecedented.
Appearance.
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 You don't want to see the inside of a courtroom.
Why?
In family court, appearance means everything.
Mr. Wilder ingested ethylene glycol. Antifreeze.
That's why the drunken appearance.
And my client are almost 20 years younger.
Well, as I said, age is not always a determining factor.
Yes, but appearance seems to be.
Objection. So that's what's going on here? You're hard bargaining for what? Appearances?
I don't think it's just appearance, do you?
I think it's another state's attorney preoccupation.
Everyone's gonna be there, so I feel like I have to make an appearance.
No, you don't just toss people aside because of the color of their skin.
We toss those birth mothers aside because of their appearance?
Well, that's different.
And the mood was jolly. That is, until a certain guest made his appearance.
But Mozzie's mixing chemicals right now to test for something called a sympathetic stain.
The invisible ink Washington used to pass messages to the gulpers. Of course, that would make an appearance.
Kinda. I think I messed up some spelling.
Well, I noticed you didn't say anything about the way you look. Are you comfortable with your appearance?
Oh my! Your sudden appearance startles me.
We have been monitoring your son, Sheldon, from the 23rd century, and we have determined that he is now ready to join us.
Enlighten.
Enlighten. Enlighten. Enlighten. Enlighten.
Okay, just want to get the truth.
The truth, really?
Yeah.
Enlighten me. Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
Ask him. He knows. Don't you?
Why don't you enlighten me, Sergeant? Why don't you enlighten me, Sergeant? Why don't you enlighten me, Sergeant?
Okay. I see what's going on here.
Oh, really? Enlighten me. Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
You're having separation anxiety. It's totally natural.
Enlighten me, Mr. Morris. Who do I need to call to get trucks bringing in soft boom every day?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, but you're not telling the whole story.
Well, enlighten us.
You care to enlighten the Muggles, my friend?
That's two different movies, Tom.
Ms. Lockhart, would you care to enlighten us?
Mr. Fife's website links to the Blockstock 3D printer's site.
Your Honor, that connection is ridiculously tenuous.
No, I don't know. Why don't you enlighten me? You're not gonna make this easy for me, are you?
I did. I was married, remember? Oh, yeah. Well, I never have, and I'm finding it very enlightening.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Enlightening how?
I like to think we live in an enlightened age, where fear does not drive belief.
Perhaps you could enlighten us.
He inspires.
Right over here.
We will not need your help.
An enlightened instructor is not threatened by a superior one.
Hold on. You've seen the Sphinx?
Yeah. Smart guy. A little misunderstood, but he has a vision.
Enlighten me.
Negligence.
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 I was convicted of gross negligence because of a product. I mean, you all know that. But what I'm really guilty of is gross negligence as a father.
And it is clear that Dujon's negligence contributed to his own death.
There was no negligence.
That is enough.
Vote. Thank you.
Negligence. 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 Nepotism. Misappropriation of federal funds.
Have you or someone you love been injured in an accident due to the negligence of another person? Call Danziger and Weiss.
5 years? 6?
If they prove negligence, that'll be 2 or 3 more years.
That's right.
He is. We found some papers locked in your closet, something about a criminal negligence case. Is there any reason you kept those hidden instead of turning them over for discovery?
But the magnitude of your negligence requires a greater sacrifice.
I wasn't.
Well, his sister's an attorney. And now Firehouse 51 is under investigation for negligence. Something other than a social call, I gather. We're looking into the apartment fire on Washington.
Whether the building manager was injured due to negligence.
Now, let me stop you right there.
NATO border control. You think Katrina was incompetence? That was highly orchestrated negligence. Look at Waco, Amnesty International.
Irony. Irony.
Irony.
Irony.
Irony.
Nice hat. Irony. 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 How's that working out for you?
No irony here. Free hug. Anytime, anywhere.
You know what the irony is? You know what the irony is? You know what the irony is? I don't even want to be in a relationship right now.
You know the irony of all this. You know the irony of all this. You know the irony of all this.
Well, this is irony for you, Dad. This is irony for you, Dad. This is irony for you, Dad.
Oh, God. You just say nigga, huh? What? You can't see the irony in being mad at me about that? No!
On the roof of his mouth. The irony of ironies.
So you can't really blame him for cheating with Adeline. Still, you have to appreciate the irony.
That's the irony. I was so scared of losing you that I did.
It's not a metaphor. That's the irony.
I've just sat too many times on your side of the table not to enjoy the irony of finding myself on this side of it. Magic.
Light brings darkness. What sweet irony.
Apart.
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 Personally speaking, I can't wait to watch life tear you apart, apart, apart.
My marriage fell apart. I lost my job.
You see how she's bringing her hand up to her face? She's got a secret.
Tear you apart, tear you apart, tear you apart on the stand, Cal. And you know it.
Oh, that's charming, that is.
Therefore, I want you to worry those pictures till they come apart.
I just fell apart. I was so depressed.
We're sorry for your loss, Mr. Wallace. But apart from the picture of your foreman, the rest aren't miners killed in that explosion.
Oh, come on, you two. You love each other too much to let your egos keep you apart. People make mistakes.
Mom, let's clean up.
Women are strong until they fall apart.
You are not going to fall apart.
My family's, our family's breaking apart.
Wow. That's kind of a crime unto itself. Did we really need to take it apart?
I never stopped looking for you.
Looks like someone got their voice back.
We'll never be apart again. I promise you.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Sage is the one, and you can't keep us apart. The more you try, the more our love will grow. You're actually just watering our love.
Discard.
Discard. Discard. Discard.
Discard.
And cut and discard that shit off of your infant immediately. It's.
You see if you can. And discard the razor blade. Discard the razor blade. Discard the razor blade. We are.
And after they hurt you, they discard you. They discard you. They discard you.
You didn't hurt me. Or discard me like you said you would.
In a world of abandoned items and discarded materials, Violet knew there was always something.
1. And every 10 seconds, the least chosen image will be discarded until there is only one left.
The van stolen from work. Discarded tags, auto paint.
It should take you less than 3 seconds to discard any thought of rebellion and comply.
Their bodies were discarded in isolated areas.
This is our guy.
That makes no logical sense.
Well, human logic is to be discarded when at war with extraterrestrial beings.